Randy, our artists here, Janet, Analea, Ona, Arlem, and everybody else. During the opening program of the Singing Biswal, I talked about the rationale for this activity, and I said that it is important for us to know about the history of Philippine comics. The comics have been with us all our lives, and yet we don't exactly know how it began, how it was developed, and how it reached a golden age, and then how it gave way to the films, the anime, the manga, because now we hardly see these comics. So I talked about holding an activity like this. It was, yes, correct, Randy said it was first an exhibit, just an exhibit, but as a hopeless academic, I believe that we should teach our students what the fundamentals of drawing are, and also the history of comics. In fact, during the opening program, we had history professors who came over because I asked them to attend this activity. All right. It is also very important for us to know that in this world that we live in, there are no more borders because of the modern means of communication and also the social media. Wala nang borders. We all are, well, it seems that the world has become very small. But there is a threat for us, and I call it a threat because the wealthy nations, like Japan, has already influenced the whole world with anime and with manga. It was first anime that came out, it became popular, and manga followed. So we're now, I hate to use the word deluged, but if you look at the bookstores, go to our bookstores, it is mostly foreign books that we have, including for children. And our own books are sometimes not bought because simply they're expensive and also not as colorful, not as beautifully presented as the foreign books. So we're actually losing, I think, the battle. So one thing that we can do is to support our own artists, our own people. Let us buy, let us read, their books, and let us support activities like this. When I was in Japan, in Kyoto 3 times, and I noticed that in a bookstore, students or children are allowed to browse the manga. They may buy or may not buy it, but the store allows it. Children just open the books and they read the manga. Why can't we do that? We should be doing that. Another important thing is training. We train our young artists. You may have the talent, but you need to hone that talent so that you become, you move towards perfection, towards the artistic perfection, which you get through years of experience. And the other one that Randy also mentioned, I already made a comment when I viewed the comics. Walang Mindanao. Siguro we should, put in Mindanao and Mindanao stories. There are a lot of stories, I tell you. They're already published. Ona, I think, is also very interested in folklore. She has written a thesis about the Agamaniog, and that is also my advocacy, to promote the folklore of Mindanao and to give it, put it in the mainstream. Ang alam ninyo, sa Bandugan lang, there are many heroes in the Darangay. Many heroes. It's only him who has become popular because an American first wrote about him. Except that his story, which was about his death by the sea, was incomplete because the Maranaos didn't give him the ending. He only heard the first part. No, it is a very long story. Yun naman ang sa Maranao, they tell you something, if they don't really trust you, they won't finish it. So yun ang ano nila. So I hope that with the regional artists in the mainstream, our comics will also be mangafied, and maybe we can have our own anime in the future. And include the culture. It's very, very important. Why are the anime films saleable? Because they are based on their folklore, on the history. Okay? Not just Japanese, but also Chinese, no? Especially this one that I have finished, the Kingdom, not the Korean one, huh? I don't like that. The anime Kingdom. It's about the Qin dynasty, the warring states during the China's early history. And that makes it more attractive, more enduring, because there is a basis for history. Of course, they made a lot of changes, if you're familiar with the ancient history. But that's all right, because anime is another medium. All right, so I'd like to thank the staff of the CCA for this activity, Amado, who is not here, and of course the MCCWG members. So thank you very much for coming also. I'm very grateful that you're here and you have survived. Thank you.